Hi, and welcome back to Cimilre's unboxing series. Today we're going to talk about the Cimilre E1, which is this teeny tiny pump right here. First, we're going to go through the special features of the pump, what's included when you receive it, and then we're also going to talk about how to assemble it, how to use it, and then how to care for and clean it. And by the way, if you haven't gotten your pump through insurance yet, feel free to reach out to us at cimilre.com/order and place your order today. Let's go over the special features for the Cimilre E1. First of all, it's tiny. It's actually the size of a sticky notepad. It also has a built-in rechargeable battery, so it's small and portable so that you can charge it and use it just like a cell phone on the go. It also has the same duckbill valve as the other Cimilre pumps, where it's really short, and so you can stand your flange up and it doesn't make a mess or tip over. It's also, with that being short, pretty sturdy, so it's kind of a nice option there. The other thing is the Cimilre pumps come with two sizes of breast shields, but they also have what's called their Get the Right Fit guarantee. And that guarantee means that the two sizes that are included in the kit are what you'll start with, but if those sizes don't work for you, they'll send you an additional size for free to try. It has to be different from the first two sizes, but smaller or larger, whatever you need. You just reach out to them and they'll ship it right to your home. And lastly, the pump motor has a 2-year warranty. Let's assemble the Cimilre E1. So this is what the collection kit will look like when it is fully assembled, but we're going to break it down piece by piece. So first I want to let you know that that bottle is a 5 fluid ounce storage capacity, and it does have a wide neck opening there. You do receive 2 bottles as well as 2 setups if you were to use this as a feeding bottle. The cap here is just so that the nipple will stay clean and so it doesn't leak if you have milk in there. If you choose not to use this as a feeding bottle, you can take the nipple out by pushing right to the side. And you have the open cap, and that's where the disc will go in. You then have it as a storage bottle. So that disc is kind of an either or. So you either use it as a feeding bottle with the nipple, or you use the disc as the storage bottle. So you wouldn't need that underneath the nipple itself. So for pumping, we're gonna start moving up from the bottle to the flange. So on the bottom of the flange, which is also sometimes known as the breast shield, you'll notice there's a little silicone piece under there, and that's the valve, also known sometimes as a duckbill valve. So this little piece just has an opening right at the bottom to let milk enter your bottle. It doesn't have any special way to put it on or off. You're just going to push it right in there. And when you do take it off, try not to grab the tip, but it is really sturdy in there, and it doesn't need to face in any set direction. Cimilre does recommend replacing this duckbill valve frequently. The more frequently you pump, the more frequently you'll need to replace it, and you'll know you need to replace it in one of 2 ways. Either you're going to be washing your parts and you'll notice that it's really stretched out on the tip of that, or it may have some tearing or anything in there, or if you go to pump and you don't have suction on one side, you may look at it and notice that it's stretched out. And so when you replace that, it's typically around every 1 to 3 months, but it really depends on your usage. Cimilre includes 2 sets of breast shields in your kit. So we talked about the special features and the Get the Right Fit guarantee. Included in your kit are a set of 21mm and 24mm. And the reason why they have that guarantee to give you an additional size if needed is because the right fit is really important for your comfort and also for your milk output. So having the wrong size can really impact your pumping journey. So that's why they have that Get the Right Fit guarantee. The number is indicated right on the side of the tunnel for what size it is. And then right on the back, we have this little opening here where your backflow protector is going to go. And that's this piece right here, which looks like it might be just 1 piece, but it's actually 3. And I'm gonna show you how to put it together. So you have 2 clear plastic pieces to that and 1 soft silicone piece. So we're gonna start smaller to larger to build this. So you're gonna take the smaller of the clear plastic pieces and you're gonna face that protrusion away from you. And then you're gonna take that white silicone piece with the lip facing away, bring it around the back, and make sure that that is fully sealed all the way around. That silicone does touch the center of that clear plastic small piece. Then you're gonna take your larger of the clear plastic pieces, take that protrusion and face it towards you, bring that around the back, and again, make sure it's fully sealed all the way around. And you'll notice that that silicone does not touch the center of that clear plastic piece. So smaller to larger. You're then going to take this, and I want you to try both sides in the back of it, because one side is really loose and will fall right out, and the other side is nice and tight, and you'll notice that it does touch all the way to the wall of that backflow protector there. The other side of it is where your tubing will connect, and so that's how you know which direction it faces. This is where you can differentiate between single or double pumping for your Cimilre E1. That longer tubing, if you're just going to pump one side, you only need that one set of tubing and one collection kit, and you just attach it right there on the side directly to the pump motor, making sure it's pushed all the way in. Now, if you were to double pump or pump on both sides, that longer piece has to connect to the three-way connector and a smaller piece of tubing here. So that short piece of tubing is going to connect to your pump motor, and then you would have two sets of tubing and two collection kits, and you can pump both sides at the same time. So this is the other side where your other set of tubing would connect. Let's review how to use your Cimilre E1. Something you'll notice is when it first arrives, it actually comes with a sticker on the front, and that sticker is going to explain some of the parts of the pump that I will go through today. You have a power button, a mode button, an up and down for your suction strength, and then on the side we have the port for the tubing, and remember you can go between single or double tubing with your three-way connector there. We also have the outlet for your plug to charge the pump. So you may notice above the mode button that there is a little spot with a light. So that light is going to have two different color options, a white and a blue. The white and the blue light will indicate what mode you're in. When you're using any pump, the modes are meant to mimic what a baby does when nursing. So when I showed you the buttons, I didn't show you the screen. So it actually lights up here to show you your level for your suction strength and also your timer, which I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. Above your mode button, you have a light indicator. The light indicator tells you which mode you're in. The white mode is the massage, which is a faster pace to the suction, but it's usually not as strong. The second mode is the blue mode, which is your expression mode. This is a slower suction, and typically you're pumping in a higher strength here. It's recommended when you first turn your pump on to make sure you start in the white massage mode. You're going to change your suction strength with the up and down arrows to find your highest comfort level. You're going to start at 1 and go up and up and up until it's uncomfortable. You may notice that the screen is blinking when you're changing your suction strength. That's so you know the difference between which level you're pumping in, or your suction strength, and your timer. When it stops blinking, it goes back to the solid screen, and that is your timer. So again, you're going to your highest suction strength that's comfortable, and you stay in this white massage mode until you've had your letdown, or until your milk starts to flow. Once that happens, you're going to switch to expression mode, and you're going to change your strength again. In massage mode, you had 1 to 5 as your options, and now in expression mode, you have 1 to 10. So that's because before we said it is typically stronger when you're in expression mode. You're still using your highest comfort strength though. So if you go to level 8 and it's uncomfortable, you're gonna go down to level 7. You'll again see it blinks until it shows you your timer. When you've finished pumping, it is recommended to go back to your initial massage mode and then turn the pump off, because when you turn it back on, it turns on in the mode that you left it in. The pump also has a memory, so it remembers what settings you used last time, which will show up on the screen. Those are not a hard and fast rule. You are able to change them still in your next pumping session, but it just gives you a place to start. When you do cleaning, we typically recommend following the guidelines set out by the CDC. The general guidelines are to clean your pump collection kit after every pumping session. So if you pump twice a day, you're washing it twice a day. And also to sanitize your pump at least once a day. So Cimilre also follows those same guidelines. When you have those guidelines, there are different options for how you clean and sanitize it though. So let's go through those. First, 2 options for cleaning your parts, but you're only cleaning what comes in contact with milk. So if this is my assembled collection kit, due to our backflow protector, the tubing is not meant to come in contact with milk. So as long as there's nothing in here and it's clean and dry, it does not need to be cleaned after every pumping session like all the other parts do. When we're cleaning, no matter which of the 2 methods you choose, you're gonna fully disassemble, obviously store your milk however you prefer, and fully disassembling means taking apart all 3 pieces of your backflow protector and then also removing the duckbill valve. The two options are the sink and the dishwasher. Before either, you're gonna take your separated parts and rinse off any excess breast milk droplets that might be on there. For washing in the sink, you're gonna take a clean separate bowl from the rest of your food dishes, put in some warm soapy water, and let your parts soak for 5 minutes. Wash as you normally would, rinse with clear water, and then you set them to the side to air dry. If you're going to use the dishwasher, again, rinse off any excess breast milk that might be on there and put everything on the top rack of the dishwasher. And they have to stay on the top rack because if they go below the top rack, it can be too hot and it can actually affect the parts themselves. So they have to stay on the top rack. Once they're done in the dishwasher and it finishes its cycle, you want to take them out pretty quickly. You don't want them to sit in that wet environment, and then they can air dry. So those are your two options for cleaning. The other thing that they recommend, CDC and Cimilre, are to sanitize your pump parts at least once a day. Doesn't matter when, morning, afternoon, or night, whatever works for you, but this is especially important for any babies under 3 months old, any babies with a sensitive immune system, or any babies born prematurely. There are 4 main options for sterilizing your parts. The first one is boiling. So boiling's really easy. You just take a large stock pot. You're gonna take all your separated parts, which are already clean, because you would have washed them after your last pumping session, and you're gonna put them in a pot of boiling water. Now for Cimilre, all of these parts are okay to go in the boiling water for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes, you take them out and they're going to air dry pretty quickly because they were in such hot water. The next option is a standalone sterilizer. So if you have a sterilizer that sits on your counter, you can use one of those. Make sure you follow the manufacturer recommendations for that sterilizer, and then air dry if needed. The third option is a micro steam bag. So some brands make bags that look like large sandwich baggies. You put all your parts in, a little bit of water, and then you just microwave it and it steams them to sanitize them. The last option is the dishwasher. So you can put all of these parts on the top rack again in the dishwasher for a sterilized cycle. This is typically a longer cycle, so it does take a little bit more time, so just something to note. Aceleron really is here to support you throughout this journey. So we're doing this unboxing series for you because we really like to support you from prenatal all the way through postpartum. It's not really just here's your pump and good luck. We want to make sure you're supported in using the pump, making sure you have questions answered, and everything around that journey. So we have the unboxing series, and we also have other virtual support options available right on our website at aceleron.com. We have private consults that are virtual through Zoom, and we can talk one-on-one with you about how to use your pump. We can talk about your return to work or your Flange Fit, because we mentioned how important that is. We also have a pumping support group and other things for you. On the website itself, we have videos, documents, links to different support services, and so please don't ever hesitate to reach out. Again, we really want to make sure you're supported through this entire journey.